What's up, guys? Our favorite day of the week is finally here. It's Blu-ray Hunt Tuesday time. The big new release this week is Spiral from the Book of Saw. We also have those G.I. Joe 4Ks. Even though Walmart has been selling them for the past couple of weeks now, my plan is going to Best Buy, yes, Barnes & Noble, yet again for the Criterion Sale, and Target. So come on and join me. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Stop number one, we're going into Best Buy. In the new releases at Best Buy, we got some empty spaces. There is no Saw, or no Spiral from the Book of Saw anywhere. We still have copies of Mortal Kombat 4K and Blu-ray. Tons of Wrath of Man. I'm surprised there's still 2 Steelbooks of Space Jam left. Apparently this Steelbook is not popular because it is not selling. I figured that'd be sold out by now. They also still have some 4Ks. We do have original Saw on Steelbook, tons of copies, but not Spiral. Interesting. Probably will have to go to the back to see if it's there. I had good luck last week, so maybe it's over there. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, still have copies of The Sting, that one Sicario. Maybe today's the day to pick up the Sicario, I'm not sure. Pretty in Pink, Voyagers, Chaos Walking, that one Last Action Hero 4K, Justice Society. Let's cruise around to the other side, see what we have over here. We still have Godzilla vs. Kong 4Ks, regular Blu-rays, Howard the Duck. They did get one Steelbook in, that one Mortal Engine Steelbook, Wonder Woman 84 Until the Day We Die. Yeah, so let me go to the back and see if I could find it back there. Well, I'm not having the same luck that I did last week finding that Mortal Kombat Steelbook. There is literally nothing. I'm thinking it's supposed to go right here, but there's nothing at all. I'm not really sure. But I don't think this Best Buy has put it out at all yet because there's absolutely no copies available anywhere. So maybe I'll ask someone if it's in the back room or not. We do have Mortal Kombat back here. Still have copies of Dr. Strangelove and Silent Warriors. Godzilla vs. Kong, the anime from last week, The Birds, still got tons of copies of The Birds on 4K, Super 8, Raya, The Father. This stuff is still the same week after week, it's just not selling. I don't know why. I'm not seeing anything new like I featured in What's New for Blue. Still copies of his Dark Materials, second season. This Battle Beyond the Stars Steelbook is still here, even though it's a limited edition packaging. We got some Willy Wonka, that movie Siberia, the Paper Tigers. Yeah, everything is pretty much still the same. I'm not seeing any new titles whatsoever. Best Buy actually might be a bust today. As you can see, there were no copies of Spiral at all. No Steelbook 4K or Blu-ray in the front. There weren't any in the back. I ended up asking an employee. She said there were some in the back stock. I'm thinking they just didn't get around to putting it out yet because they gave me a Steelbook. This is what it looks like. It does come with a plastic slip cover. I took that off because it was super reflective and I wanted you to see the details of the Steelbook. It is pretty awesome. The pink and it just goes. I don't know, the pink and the gray green color is really great looking. And then you have the back with Chris Rock and all the pink and the Saw and everything. It just looks really awesome. So I'm happy that I asked for it. I do have to watch the entire Saw franchise probably before I get to this. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm glad I picked up the Steelbook. Always make friends with your local Best Buy employees because if you do, they will go above and beyond for you, especially if you are super nice. So now that I'm done with Best Buy, let's hit up that Criterion at Barnes & Noble. Time to do some more damage at the Criterion Sale. Barnes & Noble. Here we are at the Criterion Sale yet again. Still the 50% off until August 1st or 2nd. All right, so I'm already seeing some new titles. They do have Working Girls. Now this came out last week along with Deep Cover. So I'm gonna look for Deep Cover because I was interested in getting that, but it was not available. So I'm gonna start sifting through, going through, and then I'll show you the final options until I finally decide what I'm going to end up getting. I'm not really sure how many I'm going to end up getting. I don't want to get too many. I'm not going to get 10, maybe 5 or 6. I have to kind of control myself and not get 10 because I already have so many. But let me just, ooh, they have Being John Malkovich. See? See, they're already doing this to me. All right, so that's going into the into the pile to like whittle down already. Oh my gosh. So I have to like, I'm already seeing new titles that were not here before. I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. Okay, so this is why I have to go through these one at a time and see what I want. The Blob. That's a possibility too. Oh my God. This is horrible. It's great, but it's horrible at the same time because I totally don't know what I want to get. And then they put these new options in front of me. Actually, I want to see if they do have one thing. This movie called Personal Shopper. Someone recommended that to me. And it was one that I had. Ah, there it is. There it is. All right, so I'm definitely going to be getting this one because this was a maybe. And someone commented and said I should get it. So that's going into the pile, definitely. Okay, so I'm glad I found that. All right, so let me start sifting and then I will show you at the very end. Well, I'll show you the final finalists, and then I'll show you at the very end what I end up getting. So I'm about halfway through looking, and these are the titles that I have put off to the side so far. All of them are different. All of them are different from the ones that I was looking at before. So I want you guys to join me in looking at more things. So we have The Life Aquatic. Not sure about that one. Life is Sweet. Temptation of Christ. Love Streams. This one is recent. Came out, I think, a month or two ago, I believe. Maybe last month. History is Made at Night. The Human Condition. Kiss Me Deadly. What's this one? King of Jazz. Never heard of that. The Kennedy films. Interesting. Still got Lord of the Flies, La Something, La Cage aux Folles, aka The Birdcage, The Lady Eve. They do have some new titles from when I was here last time and the entire time that I've been coming. Late Spring, La Something, La Poison, that's new. The Last Emperor, that's new too, I believe. Don't remember seeing that. This is a really cool cover. I have no idea what it's about, but it's a cool cover. The Magic Flute. Magnificent Obsession. That's a great title. All these choices. Ugh, Moonstruck. I will always and forever love Moonstruck. My favorite romantic comedy of all time. Yeah, there are a lot of new titles here that were not here before that I would have remembered seeing. Letter Never Sent, The Killing, Charlie Chaplin Limelight, Local Hero. Lots of copies of Local Hero. Let the Sunshine In, I think. Make Way for Tomorrow. I skipped this because this is all like Marriage Story. Manchurian Candidate. Matter of Life and Death. Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in any of these. No. Make Way for Tomorrow. Me and You and Everyone We Know. All these titles. Oh, Memories of Murder. You know what? I might pick this one up because I think we're down to like 2 copies or something. I think it's time to pick up Memories of Murder. This might be my last Criterion trip, so I'm gonna make it worth my while. Now Voyager. Always tons of copies of this one. Tons of stuff. Ooh, what's that one in the back? Night on Earth. Never heard of that one either. Night in the City. Alright, I'm going to continue sifting through, guys. I just wanted to show you some of the titles. Pick Up on South Street. That was a few weeks ago. Some of the titles available at my Barnes & Noble. I hope you are taking advantage of the sale because you really can't beat it. But if you do miss it, it's coming up again in November. So these are the ones I still have to go through, and I will let you know my final choices before the very end of my final picks. Okay, so here is the final pile. There are 10, so I need to whittle this down, but here's the final options, and I'll show you what I get at the very end. So we have Thief with James Caan. Then we have The Player. I've heard of this movie. It's got Tim Robbins in it, directed by Robert Altman. Secrets and Lies. Traffic. That's an older movie. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. You don't really see this one very often, so that might work in its favor to get into my pile, because that sounded bad, but you know what I mean. I did find deep cover. There was 2 copies left, so I snagged one of those. This I'm definitely getting, so I'm just gonna put that over there. I grabbed City Lights again. I keep gravitating towards this one. And then that movie Personal Shopper, I'm gonna get this one because it was recommended by someone, so that's going in the get pile. And then finally being John Malkovich. So I gotta decide from there what's going over there. I whittled down my pile and made final decisions with 8. I walked out with 8. However, I think this was my last trip to the Criterion Sale. My wallet can't take it anymore. I personally can't take it anymore. There's always something there that I want. Too many decisions, too many options. So I'm done with the Criterion Sale until November, of course. So now we're headed off to the Target. Last stop of the day is the Target. We're going into Target. We're going into Target. In new TV and movies at Target, we do have Spiral. We have it on Blu-ray and DVD, but unfortunately no 4K. We have a couple copies of the 4K Mortal Kombat and Blu-ray, also DVD. Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the first time I've seen The Walking Dead, the 10th season, so something else new besides Spiral. Wrath of Man, tons of SpongeBob. Sponge on the Run. No one seems to be picking that up. It's only $17.99. A couple copies of Equal Standard, Defending Jacob. The titles from last week, The Unholy, Nobody, Voyagers, blah, blah, blah. Wow. I gotta say, not impressed. Not impressed. Not stocking. On the end cap that I've been keeping you updated on, they do have a couple of more titles. They do have the DVD of Almost Famous for only $4.99. They have the slipcovers of these DVDs, The Goonies, Never-Ending Story 2-film collection, The Iron Giant, Dumb and Dumber. They have Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, double pack for only $5 if you don't mind that. Tommy Boy, American Pie. They still have Legally Blonde collection and When Harry Met Sally, so Mr. Mom is pretty much all sold out. Days of Thunder, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, a bunch of DVDs. Are people really still into DVDs? I guess they are if they keep on making them. In 4K, they still have Speed, Space Jam, Scott Pilgrim, the original Saw. And as far as the G.I. Joe is concerned, they do have Blu-ray. Is that really $39.99? Are you kidding me for a Blu-ray? No. That is ridiculous. $40 for a subpar movie Blu-ray? If that's accurate, that's crazy. I have not seen the 4Ks of these out. I didn't go to Walmart because I already picked these up earlier, like last week. But man, if that's real, that's insane. The other one is $9.99. I could see that. That's ridiculous. And then we have, looks like G.I. Joe cartoon, and then we have G.I. Joe 2-movie collection on DVD for $5, so that absolutely makes sense. But other than that, I haven't seen the G.I. Joe 4Ks that were supposed to come out. That's probably only at Walmart. Back at home, it's time for me to show you what I got when I went out today. And I was actually wrong about my Criterion count. I did not get 8. I only got 7. I had to control myself. There were too many titles. I just got to stop. I've already got plenty. The month of July haul is going to be absolutely insane. Just wait until you see everything. It's going to be a lot. But what was the number one thing I got today? Spiral. The Spiral Steelbook from the Book of Saw. I gotta say, it's a pretty cool looking Steelbook. Probably one of the coolest so far released this year. Now, it does have the clear slip. I did show this already in my car, but I'm going to show it to you again because I think it's pretty cool. So it does have the slip on. It says Spiral from the Book of Saw on the front. And then when you take off the slip, whoop, there we go. The title comes off with that. So here's the close-up of the Steelbook. I love the pink. I love pink. It looks great. Chris Rock, and the back is pretty cool with the saw and everything. So I'm digging this Steelbook a lot. I think it's pretty great. Even though I have not seen the movie, I have not seen any of the movies besides the first and kind of sort of the second one. I haven't seen any of the others in the franchise, but I do have it. I have it in case I want to watch it. That's the whole point. And even the spine is pretty cool. You could see Spiral, and then in between it says from the Book of Saw. So that is pretty cool in between. I've never seen it like that, so I'm glad to have that. I'm happy that I found it. They had to go into the back room to pull it out. They did not have it displayed yet. Shame, shame, Best Buy, but at least it had it in stock. So that is a plus. Now let's move on to the Criterions. All 7 of them. Okay. Here we go. The one from last week that I wanted, Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Also, Jeff Goldblum is in this movie, and it sounds really awesome. The cover is amazing. I love the purple, pink, black. It's all working together. I really like how this looks, so definitely wanted that one. Then I went with Personal Shopper by that recommendation. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name from the comments, but I do remember you recommending this. I was really thinking about picking this one up prior, and for some reason I put it back. But when I saw that comment, I said, okay, I gotta go and get it. So I'm glad it was available. It was the only one there, so I snatched it up. Then we have Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. I like Adam Sandler when he's doing more serious acting roles like an Uncut Gems, so I know this is a serious movie, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. I think Adam Sandler can be great when he's not being a complete goofball all the time. Next up, Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder. I've been holding off on this one because there was always like a ton of copies, at least like 6 or 7. There was only 2 available today, so I decided time to pick it up. And I actually forgot this one when I was sifting through the options. I'd forgotten it, and I said, wait, where's Memories of Murder? And I'd left it, so I'm glad I remembered it. So now I have it. Thank you. Now we have Being John Malkovich. This was a new one because in prior weeks I had not seen it there, so they must have done a lot of restocking with the sale, and this was one of them, so I'm glad I finally picked it up. And I've never seen it. I've never seen any of these. And then we have Thief with James Caan. I think it said it was his first acting role or something like that. So very early work for James Caan. I like James Caan. He's a very talented actor, so I'm glad I have this one. And then I went finally with Secrets and Lies. It sounded interesting, and I know this was nominated for Oscars back in the day when it came out, so I'm looking forward to watching this one as well. That is everything that I picked up today on my Blu-ray hunt, but the big question is, what did you get when you went out today? Did you find Spiral from the Book of Saw, or did you find those G.I. Joe 4Ks? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.